Hey guys, it's Ash and P.
Oh my gosh. Hi. Hello.
I'm a little bit of a stickler. A stickler. A stickler. There's that word. Pickle.
You're a strict stickler.
Strict stickler.
I'm like, did I just step in his piss? That's what I'm thinking, right? Hey guys, it's Ash and P.
No. We're back.
Yeah. Yep. That one. Good thing you can slice. Good thing you can slice. Oh my gosh.
Music is by Dust Bowl Champion. To hear Dust Bowl Champion's newest hits, search Dust Bowl Champion on Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your music. Hey guys, it's Ash and P.
Hey.
How are you doing, P?
I am hanging in there.
Yes.
I'm looking a little not so hot right now.
You're so ridiculous.
No, I'm very sorry. And this is what I told Ashley before we got on. I said, any of those moms at the school that think that I'm like snobby or bitchy or anything like that, just get on my podcast and come look at me, how I get on here. I mean, I am not looking cute at all. By the way, I was FaceTiming with my brother the other day, and he's like, this is not the first time he's said something to me, by the way. I'm like, are you like, do you have dementia? Like you're forgetting what you've already said to me? You've already forgotten that you've been rude to me once before?
Oh gosh.
He's like, what's that under your eye? What is that dot? And I go, well, Julian, it's the sunspot that was there the last time you asked me. He goes, you need to see a dermatologist about that. I'm like,
what does he want you to do? Not age?
You've already told me that. Okay, I'm sorry. I have not had time to go see a dermatologist about a sunspot. I'm old, whatever.
Okay,
I put sunscreen on. I do put sunscreen on every single day. Every single day.
Well, that's really good because I never put sunscreen on.
I do.
But which is why I look old and haggard and will look 50 years older than you. My coworker, so I don't know, with my lighting you may not be able to really tell, but this thing right here.
Oh yeah.
So I went into work the other day and I had my hair pulled back. It was way past my hair wash day. So I had my hair up. And he goes, "Oh, what happened? Did you bump into something?" I'm like, "Huh?" He goes, you gotta like a scab." I'm like, "No, that's a sunspot. Thank you very much. It's been there for months." And no, he's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "It has been there for months. Just like this one over here too." Yes. Okay. Yeah. It's not nice. What the heck?
It's not nice.
What are we supposed to do?
I don't know. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I'm FaceTiming you and I have zero makeup on so you could really see it, kind of like now. And I'm like, it's just part of my skin. I don't know.
This is 40.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, well, I tried to do something, and I think I said it on a Marco Polo one time too in Juners. I had put like an acne patch on it because it's like the acne patch that's after you've already had acne and you're trying to get it to go away, right?
Okay.
Like the coloring to go away. So I was like, oh, I wonder what that'll do to this. Now it just has bumps on it.
Oh,
It didn't do anything to the coloring, but I always feel like, it's not pimples, but how is it that there's like these permanent bumps on it now?
Oh no.
So don't ever try that, guys.
Well, I will be. So Ashley knows the other day I was on this like really big, this is after my brother exposed my sunspot on my face
Again.
and was being rude again. I don't know what it is. This is the crazy thing. We have amazing shopping here. Like amazing shopping. We have like the best shopping that I could have asked for. I haven't really gone shopping since I've been here. I'm sure a lot of it has to do with what the fuck am I going to, what do I need to get dressed for? To be in my office, in my house? What the fuck do I need I don't have anything, right? I don't need to get dressed for anything. I'll just order something on Amazon, a sweatshirt on Amazon. I'll be fine.
You sound like me.
Okay, so I don't have to. Sorry, geez, now I hit it.
You're like me.
I know. Okay, so I'm like, I don't have to get ready for anything. I'm not. I could care less. Well, and I'm also lazy, and shopping online is just so much easier.
So much easier.
So anyway, I am like running out of my things. Like I'm running out of my things. I'm running out of my makeup. I, like I don't know how I've ended up in this place, but I'm like Tony today was like, is that the last of our tortillas? Which is never
Oh,
happened in our entire life, basically. I always have tortillas in the freezer. I have tortillas coming. I mean, you can't, we live on tortillas. So I have tortilla of all kinds. I have, what do you need? You need corn, you need siete, you need flour. What do you need? I got it for you. Well, we just ate our last tortilla. Okay. I mean, we are
that's
going
wild.
down. Everything
So
is
it's
just
not just your makeup, your like face
no.
moisturizer and things like it's
No,
everything.
it's everything in my house. But I was telling Ashley that I am like, okay, I'm running out of makeup. I'm running out of cleaner, like face cleaner. Luckily, I still have I just got a new toner moisturizer SPF 15 that I ordered around Christmas time.
Oh, the new stuff that you're trying out
Mhm.
that hopefully will take care of the sunspot.
Yes, hopefully, but well, according to my brother, it's not working, but we'll see. So, it's only been a few weeks, but I'm like, that stuff I have, but I felt like for the longest time I couldn't get through any of it. Like moisturizer and stuff like that just seemed to last me forever. Night creams, all that. I am like down, like I'm like scraping everything to come out. And I just need to make time to go to the store and get it. And I'm not
Yeah.
doing it.
And now you're getting sick.
And now I'm getting sick. So I feel like shit today. I'm not feeling good. I'm all congested. I'm sure this has a lot to do with being around sick kids all week in the
Yeah.
classrooms. I've been in the classrooms a lot over the last week. And everyone in the school has been sick. And so I'm sure that has, I mean, Danny's sweet little kindergarten class is so cute, but they're all coughing. I mean, I'm like helping one of the little boys like cut, and he's like licking my hand because he's like trying to cut. It's just germs are what they are, right?
Yeah.
And so anyway, I feel like shit. I am like, so I look like shit, and I am just like
Oh my
trying to
gosh.
get through. I'm trying to survive right now. I am really
You're
just trying to
surviving.
survive.
It's harder part of surviving, but you're doing it.
So it's funny because today did not go as planned.
No.
Today did not go as planned. So today was supposed to be my catch-up day on work and our podcast and everything, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
Friday is our day. I have nothing going on at school except prayer and flag in the morning. And I'm going to just completely dive into work and everything. Sorry, my husband is currently singing Incubus downstairs with the kids. Um, and it's National Catholic School Teacher Appreciation Week. Or
Okay.
not week, day today. Well, I must have missed it in the 75 other 100 things that were going on this week at school, because we literally had Catholic Schools Week, which is basically like think of a red ribbon week, right? Like every
Yeah.
day is a dress up day. And we had Penny Wars. Have you ever done Penny Wars?
Yes. Did you not? We did Penny Wars after you left?
I've never done Penny Wars before.
Yes, we did at Fancher.
Okay. Plus we had Penny Wars. Plus we had Career Day. Plus we had a field trip. Plus it was Lunar New Year. And so I had 2 different classrooms going on with 2 different crafts and celebrations. And it happened to also be this, and it was, I read Kindergarten Flag and Ceremony Day. Now I know Danny's teacher's been practicing this really cool song with them. So by the time this airs, this will have already happened. So I'm going to just talk about it. So her brother, Danny's teacher's brother, is like somehow in the music industry. Like either he
Oh.
makes music or I don't know what. Well, he made her a song with all of her kids' names in them from her classroom.
Oh, that is so cute.
It's really cute, and it's like upbeat, and it's like fun, and like poppy and punky, and it's cute, right?
Aw.
And so I know they've been practicing the song. So I give my husband so much shit. By the way, I started not feeling good yesterday, so I went to bed very early last night. And yesterday was a long day. We went to a field trip. It was a long fuck. It was such a fucking long day. So I was like done by like 7 p.m. I was done over it. I was ready for bed. So anyway, I'm like, we wake up like in the middle of the night. It was like, I mean, not in the middle of the night, but it's like 3:30 in the morning. And I go to get water because I'm thirsty and everything. And I went to bed so early.
I feel like that's so close to when you wake up for the gym.
It is. But I just was like, my body was ready to get up even earlier, right?
Yeah.
And so then we're kind of like laying there talking and stuff. And I was like, are you going to Danny's flag ceremony? And he's like, I don't know. I forgot about it. And I was like, like you need to go to these things. Like I'm trying to understand. I understand his job. I understand why we moved. I understand all of those importance, but I'm having a hard time. There's a little bit of a not so balance right now.
Yeah.
With work and kids and their schedules and the things that come up and him not making time for those. And so I'm getting a little irritated, right?
Yeah.
And I'm also about to start my period. So this morning when it's like time and he's getting ready to go to the gym, I was like, all I'm going to say is, he's like, I'm going to try to be there. I was like, all I'm going to say is, it's great that they get to see me every day at their school and doing whatever, but they would really like their dad to also be there sometimes to see them do things. And the fact that you can't is very disturbing.
That does suck a lot because he's in town, like the kids, I always felt bad. I would go to everything, right?
Right.
Luckily, I was blessed with a job that I was able to do that. Well, Jason travels so much that he would miss a lot. And Hayden would say things like, I wish dad wasn't out of town. He would say things like that when he was having, like maybe he was doing a track meet or something like, he wanted him to be there too.
Yeah.
And so it does suck. And with him being in town, it's like, come on, because they do want, not that mom's not important. I think it's just expected of us, kind of,
Yes.
like that type of thing's expected. But it makes it kind of more special when dad's there, right?
Well, it does. It means a lot to them. So
yeah,
he got back from the gym and he's like, if you're okay with it, I'm going to leave and jam to the office. And then I will leave so that I can be there for her flag ceremony. I said, okay. And he goes, I'll meet you there. I said, okay. So meanwhile, I had told one of the classrooms, I was like, one of the room moms, I'm like, her son got sick. And so I said, which is why I was at the school way longer yesterday than I was expected. But I go, why don't I pick up coffee for them in the morning as like, teacher appreciation.
Yeah.
I'll pick up coffee and I'll, take it to them in the morning. They're like, okay. So I pick up coffee. I get Tony coffee. I get me coffee. I take the kids in. I drop off the coffee. I'm like, okay, see you guys in the gym. Whatever. I go back. Tony makes it. We're sitting there. It's the other kindergarten's prayer and flag. Yeah. Not Danny's.
No.
There's 2 classes, an A and a B class, and it was A's and not B's.
Great.
So Danny's class leads it in 2 weeks.
Okay. Well, now Tony knows the plan. for 2 weeks.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
prepared.
He's ready.
Oh, that's
So
a bummer. Gosh
he's
dang
like,
it.
so I'm here to watch other kids. I was like, you know what? The kids are going to be so happy you were here and to see
Yeah, they'll
you.
still be excited to see him.
They will.
That's a little treat. So
Yes.
were they happy when they saw him?
They were happy, and he got his coffee, and I was like, we got to have a
Oh,
conversation and whatever. And
yeah.
so he went back to work. And then I am just feeling not good, but I had already planned on going to, I had signed up for a class to go to this gym, and so I paid for it already. So I'm like, well, like whether I feel like shit or not, I'm going, and usually a workout will help me anyway. It'll kind of help get me like
Clear
all the
some.
sweats and all that,
Yeah.
right? Well, I did the workout. I actually felt worse after.
Oh gosh.
So
That
I
was
like,
this morning?
yes. So I'm
Oh,
like, oh gosh, okay. So I come home, I shower, and I went to bed. Like I was like,
good.
I have to go to sleep. Actually, I ate something. I had a protein shake because I was like, I should really eat something. Like I don't feel right.
Yeah.
And then I went to bed, and then I woke up and we were getting ready to record. Meanwhile, I've been like not paying attention to work, which is not good because work's piling up right now. And
I'm very proud of you for taking a nap though. That is not
I
a
know
thing that you do,
it's not.
and I'm very proud of you.
So, well,
You
thank
got
you.
to
Because
listen to
I
your
was like,
body,
I
okay?
know, I know. And honestly, after the workout, for me to feel worse, I'm like, shit, this
Yeah.
is not good. This is not
Yeah.
good. So, so I do that, and then we're getting ready to record, and I get a call from the school, and I'm like, oh shit. And so it's the nurse, and Danny has a bloody nose that has not stopped, and she's coughing up blood. She's swallowing the blood, and the nurse now feels it's probably she needs to go home. And I said, okay. So I go. The nurse tries calling me on my way. Our phone, like we lose reception. I try calling her back. She's not calling me back. So I just go, right? Because I'm like,
Yeah.
hopefully she's not calling me saying, never mind, she wants to go back. Don't come.
Oh,
And I told the school, I was like, if I'm coming to get Danny at this point, I'm just picking both of them up because
yeah.
I don't want to come back and wait in line, in an
Yeah.
hour.
And there's only a few
So,
hours left of school, right?
right. So I get there, and poor Danny, I mean, she's in between the nurse's legs, and there's this bowl of just bloody tissue. And the nurse is like, she's been in here 3 times today with this bloody nose. It just won't stop. And she
Oh,
goes, I don't want you to freak out. She's like, but it is coming out of her eye. Like you'll see, it was coming out of her eye, and it's just from the pressure of everything. It doesn't know where to go. And so she goes, but at this point, I would recommend that she goes to urgent care and they stuff her nose. And I'm like, okay. And so she's like, she is a trooper. I'm like, well, unfortunately, it's very common
yeah,
for us. This is what we
right.
go through. So she knows how to handle herself. She goes, well, she definitely does. So I go, let me try calling her pediatrician to just see if she can just get her in real quick, because it's literally right around the corner. Well, I was on hold forever. They couldn't get her in. And so they said we would recommend taking her to urgent care. So I said, okay. So I'm like, I got to find an urgent care.
Oh, haven't needed
So
that yet there.
yeah, so I find a pediatric urgent care right down the street from the school.
Oh,
So
nice.
I go there, and I have to sign up as a new, it's just,
Yes.
it's such a pain. And I
Right.
am sorry, between the stupid field trip papers that they send home every field trip, and also every time I go to the doctor's office, why the fuck do I have to keep filling out the same policy number and
Yes.
information? If nothing has
I
changed,
know. Why? And why
I
do you
should,
want the policy information anyway?
yeah,
If
I should
something
just,
happens and you take my kid to the hospital, I'm gonna meet you there. let me just get it.
And for the school, keep it on fucking file. Why
Right.
do you have to fill it out every single field trip? Why?
Yeah. It's
It's
so
so
annoying.
annoying. It's so annoying. So anyway, so I fill everything out, and Tony's like, because I told Tony, I was like, I'm got to pick up Danny. I text him. I'm like, I feel like shit picking up Danny, blah, blah, blah. So he calls me when I'm leaving the school. No, I called him and I said, I have to take her to urgent care. And he goes, I'm going to meet you there. And I
Oh,
said,
that's nice.
I go, okay. He goes, you don't feel good. You should go home. I'll stay with her at urgent care. I said, okay. Because you're just assuming there's going to be a ton of people, right? In urgent
Right.
care. Well, we get
Yeah.
into urgent care and there's nobody there. And I'm like, okay. So I call him back and I'm like, don't even worry about it. There's not even anyone here. I don't think it'll
Yeah.
take that long. Don't worry about it. And he's like, no, I'm still coming. Don't worry.
Good.
We were going to close down for the day early. Like, I'm going to come. And I said, okay. And he was worried about Danny. He was like,
Yeah.
he was nervous. So anyway, by the time we go back to see the doctor, Danny's nose stops. And I'm like, of course it does. Of
Yeah.
course it does.
Yeah.
But I told the doctor, I'm like, well, the nurse said this happened like 3 times. Like it stopped. She went
yeah.
back and it came back. And she goes, okay. So she goes, well, let's hang out for like 20 minutes and then like, let's see where it goes. Ends up being a really small world where the doctor and us, we know the same people, and it's, and then and she's got little ones. So she's asking us about the school. She's going to go tour the school. Basically. She's like, you convinced me. That's it. I'm going to look. But and
Girl,
so
can I not pay for this visit then? This is more of like a social call.
Can you waive this? Because we didn't really even need you. But she did recommend, she's like, look, if it's this bad and you guys are living here, the air is not getting any better. I just get her in with her doctor so she can get her in with an ENT and have them cauterize it. It's easy, it's simple. And she'll be in and out, but it'll make her life so much easier. So just do it. I said, okay. So I think that's our next step.
Yeah. Well, that's a good idea. We had a different outtake on it over here. So after all of that went down, I went and I picked up Nancy from work and I was telling her what had happened. And she was like, oh, like why, and I said, well, it's kind of, she's prone to them and, it's dry and all of that stuff. And she was like, oh, it sounds like they need to move back here. I was like, yeah, that's true. I agree. Yes. No more bloody noses for Danny, as if she didn't have them here, right?
But I know. She got them there too. So we were telling her, because we ended up staying in the room. We were there for a while, but we were telling her like, geez, our allergies are so bad. And we thought where we came from, they were really bad because of the Central Valley, but they're just as bad here. It's just different. And she goes, well, yeah, because there's dust and it's dry and it's just, it messes with your sinuses too. So she goes, honestly, she gave us some recommendations, but she's like a home humidifier, I would highly recommend. And I'm like, shit. I was like, you know what, Tony, that'd probably really even help our skin, because that's
what I was going to say.
That
would be a good idea.
Yeah. So I think we'll be looking into that as well.
Yeah. Well, good. I mean, a lot of things came from that visit, so that's good. Yes. It was beneficial. Yeah.
But nothing. So then I had to come back, and I was working basically until, I don't know, 6:30 or whatever, but I had to get stuff done, and my day was not going as planned. So
yeah. No, definitely a different day than you expected for sure. But good that you got a little rest. I know you didn't necessarily get rest after you woke up.
Yeah.
It would have been better for you to stay
at home.
And
I felt good for a while, but now I'm starting to feel it again.
You do sound more nasally now than you did earlier today.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can get rid of that junk, get some vitamin C in you. Do you guys keep emergency or anything like that around?
Do. Yeah, we do.
maybe some of
So I'll
that.
do that, and I'll drug myself with Theraflu tonight, and hopefully have sweet and restful dreams.
Be cautious about working out tomorrow. Just because if you
Yeah,
felt bad today after working out,
I
maybe
know.
your body needs
I
a little
know,
break.
but you know what? Maybe just like a cardio workout and not a weightlifting workout might be better for me too. That
Maybe.
could be it.
Yeah.
So,
Just
but
be
I have to
careful and
show
listen to your
you.
body. Ooh, show me what?
Okay, let's see if I
Oh,
can
you
do
look like you're
this.
getting your clothes off.
Oh,
I didn't know
you
we were
wish.
doing this kind of show. You got it? Ah! I need to get it.
It's on sale right now.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Priscilla sent this a meme, like a video meme. I don't know, whatever.
No,
Okay, so this
it's
video.
called a reel, old lady.
Oh yes, a reel, a reel. I am so old. Okay, so Priscilla sent a reel the other day. It was you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So she sent a reel the other day, and it's like, if you're wearing jeans that an 18-year-old told you look cool and something like, then you're 40 or whatever. But it had like, and you're wearing this vest, it mentioned for your bone density, right? To
Uh-huh.
improve your bone density, then you're 40. And I was like, I need that freaking vest. You freaking got it.
I've been wanting one for a while now, and I just never end up pulling the trigger. And then I want to say I might have had one on my Christmas list and I didn't
Oh,
get it. And so they went on sale and I was like, I'm buying that shit right now for myself.
you need to
And I'm like,
forward that or send me the information.
okay, I will.
Yes. Okay. Because us old biddies over here, you know,
Yes. Bone
falling apart with
density.
our sunspots and stuff. We got to get
Yeah.
make sure our bone. When I did my scan the other
Oh
day,
yeah.
I do that
Uh-huh.
scan at work once a month. When I did it last, I my bone density went down. My bone density, my bone mineral level is what I'm looking
Okay.
at actually. My bone mineral level, it's in a good range still, but it went from like a 6.5 to a 6.0, which I don't like that.
Okay. I want to take a break. And when we come back, I want to talk about the rest of your scan, your
Okay.
diet, your weight,
Oh,
and your kids. So we'll take a
okay.
quick break. We'll be right back. Segment music by Callie Grace. For more of Callie Grace's hits, follow Callie Grace on iTunes and Spotify today. Hey guys, we're back.
All right.
All right, Ashley. So it's been, huh?
Into all the fun.
I know. So I want to know, you've been at this pretty much the entire month now. We're almost at 30 days. 3 more days and you'll
Yeah.
be at 30 days pretty much.
Yeah.
So you got a new scan done. Was there any improvement? Was there any fallback?
So, yes and yes. So, I lost based on the scan, which I did before I started everything. So around right before Christmas, I had done it. So there were a few days in there, obviously, where I was not doing good stuff. But I lost like 12 pounds.
Oh, that's
Um,
great.
so that was good. But unfortunately, I lost quite a bit of muscle. So that was not good. I lost a good amount of water weight too. So hopefully I'm less like bloaty and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All of that good stuff. But my muscle mass, so I was like, okay, because it's a doctor and a nurse where we go to. And so I'm like, okay, he's like, you lost a bit of, I think I lost like 3 or 4 pounds of muscle mass, so like it wasn't good. But I was like, okay, I was like, all right, so this in this next month, I'm going to start doing some exercises. I'm like, don't hold me to it, but I'm gonna try.
Oh,
Not
snap.
anything
Okay.
wild, not anything crazy, but just like some real easy basic stuff, just to at least hopefully get some muscle back.
Okay, so in your mind, what does that look like? What does easy exercise look like for you?
So
Besides getting a weighted vest.
I am gonna get a weighted vest. I'm so excited for you to send me that info. My coworker is like, you need to lift weights, and I was like, I'm not gonna do weights. Like I'm gonna do. I have like a resistance thing, um, like with a pole and things like that, where you stick it up at the door and then you can stand on it and like do curls, different things like that.
No,
No,
I don't know what you're
not
talking
sounding
about.
like a crazy person.
Yeah.
Well, it's called Ridge, but it basically has it's not resistance bands, but it's like the resistance little thingies. I don't know how to explain what it is. Either way, I can do different things with it. Like I can hook it to uh like the door frame, not the frame, but I have to like close the door on it basically, and I can, do some exercises with the bar. I can stand on it and do curls. I can do things with my legs with it, just some stuff. It like I was using it for the month before we went to Cabo. Those were the exercises that I was doing. So it's like I'll do some of that because it is resistance stuff, which is important for women of a certain age.
100%. Yes.
So I was like, he's like, you need to lift weights. And I'm like, I'm not going to do weights. Like I don't have weights. I'm not going to go back to the gym because I never consistently go enough. It's never worth it for me. I'm not going to. And he's like, just, why don't you just use this weight here? Like he has a few weights at his desk. He's like, you can just use this. I'm like, because I'm just lazy. Okay. I want like easy. I want like an exercise I can sit down and do almost. You know what I mean? Like pretty much is what I want to do. So it won't be anything crazy or intense. It'll be very easy. The little equipment that I have, they have videos and stuff like that, but they're like quick exercises. So I'll actually do that kind of stuff if I start to do it. Like it is something that I can do. It's not something, because you know me, I go to the gym and I'm like, when the heck can I go home? Like, how long do I have to be here? Why? Like, if I leave now, are people going to be like, oh my gosh, what is that fat broad doing? She was here for 2 minutes. Like, I don't want to be there. So I need quick stuff. And it's really not just like how the eating better isn't like, yes, I need to lose weight and I want to lose weight, but it's about being healthier. Like, same thing with the exercise stuff. Like, I'm not going to be doing anything where I'm going to look good like you. I'm not going to have nice arms. Like, that's not going to be my thing because I hate exercising. But I need to do something to gain my muscle mass back. I need to do something to increase my bone density. So,
So
yeah,
let's get you a weighted vest and let's also get you ankle weights. And let's just
I
fucking
have, I
weigh
do
your
have
fucking
some weights.
ass down and then at least walk with them.
Yeah,
That's part of
I
it.
I I can't just wear them. Like sit on
Um,
the couch and watch a movie with them. No,
no,
that's not gonna
no,
work.
that's not gonna work.
Fine, I'll like do some flutters while I'm sitting on the couch. Okay, that's the
Um,
kind of exercising I want to do. Like, how lazy can I be while I exercise?
um, so remember when I gave you the Peloton
Yeah.
trial? Did you ever do any of that stuff?
Oh, I did the yoga stuff for I think it was like a month that I had it. Yeah, I did the yoga stuff for like a month.
I just was gonna say, like, even doing like Pilates would be really helpful for you, I think.
Yeah,
Um, and
I
it's something
really
you can
do
do.
need I really do need to strengthen my core because of my back. Like
Yeah.
obviously everyone needs a strong core. It's
Yeah.
super important for our physical health because it's everything's connected.
Yeah.
But to help, I mean, my pain management doctor has told me that for years. Like you need to really strengthen you need to lose weight, which that's fine. I know I need to lose weight. You need to strengthen your core.
Can I tell you though, you look very beautiful today,
Thank you. You're so sweet.
and I'm so sorry that I can't I don't know,
Oh
think
my
anything,
gosh. You
but
shut your
but
mouth up.
truly you do look very beautiful, and you're very put
Thank
together,
you.
and your makeup looks good, your hair looks good, your skin looks good,
Thank you.
and
Because I have pimples all over, so it
no,
must be good lighting.
yeah. So you've been doing this for a while, and I mean, you still have some progress to still make. Okay, bone density, okay, all that stuff, but you're doing really good. How do you feel? Because you've been cooking now, a lot,
Yeah.
way more than you were before. Um, how do you feel with it? And what's going on with the rest of your family on this JRFK Jr. diet?
So, which he better get um confirmed. Is that what it's called? It is, right? When they get
Oh,
kidney
yes, right?
cancer.
Yeah,
It is
I think
the
so.
I don't know. Am I confusing that for you? I don't know. But so I am doing a lot better as far as time management goes. I'm finding before I was looking at like recipes and stuff like that, and it was just taking so much time and really just way too much time, right? So I've been doing dinners that are a little easier, and I've actually had my boys cook a couple times, which was good. It was actually like it turned out good, so it was good in that way, and then also good because they don't do that kind of stuff. And really, I mean, unfortunately, me being sucky in the kitchen, um, like they need those types of life skills, right? So
Absolutely.
that's been good. Things that I feel like they can do, like here's a recipe, hey, I'm not gonna be able to do this, like can you start this, I need you to make this. So they've done a couple of things, so that was good. I'm feeling good. I feel like i I feel good physically. Like I don't feel like I'm really like um I don't know, like I don't feel gross. Like how when you're eating awful and that kind of thing, you can really feel it. I'm feeling good. And then also I feel like my mindset is a little different too because I had we went to lunch one day and I had meatloaf, which I know there's going to be like bread and stuff like that in there. I didn't even eat the whole piece of meatloaf. Um, and I was like, I don't like, I took the leftovers and I didn't even eat them because I feel like it just isn't even worth it. Like, because I don't like, it didn't make me feel sick or anything like that. Um, it wasn't like a cheeseburger and fries.
You just
So
didn't care if you had it. It didn't bother you to not have it.
yeah, it was just like, why do, I don't know. Like, I don't think that I need to put it into my body kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, I feel like I've been feeling good. Haven't, I haven't really missed a whole lot except again, I was wanting wine the other day. And I don't know why this is a weird thing that I am like craving. Just because I'm not a big wine person,
Yeah. Yeah.
I am a huge sweets person and I get that there's sugar in it, but
But
I
still,
I don't know why. I'm like, I'm not over here wanting to go, which I have like tried to make myself some ice creams out of like stuff that I can have. Only one was semi successful. It wasn't really that good. One was disgusting. And I tried to trick Jason, and people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, you guys are creeps because we have a camera in our kitchen. And so when Jason's gone, sometimes he'll like peek in. And I know some people are going to be like, you guys are real weird, but I don't care. It doesn't really bother me. When when COVID happened, we started getting cameras inside because
Yeah.
we couldn't be here with them.
Yeah.
Well, we've kept it up because it's also kind of not like, okay, if we're gone and we need to check in on the kids or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, so I like took a bite of the second ice cream that I made and I was like spit it out. And then within like a minute, Jason calls. I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, I made some ice cream. Like, you're going to have to try it. He's like, I saw you spit that out. I'm not trying that. I was like, dang it. Ah, we were probably so close and could have got. Hayden's like, it tastes like the smell of a diaper and exhaust.
Oh
I'm like,
no.
it didn't taste like that, but I I feel like the vanilla extract that I had it was like an
Okay,
off brand and
so
I don't know that.
I when you said this the other day and you said he got this brand, and you were like, I'm not trying to sound bougie, but he got an off brand and I wonder, and I am telling you, so a friend of mine who is a baker got me on like the Madagascar vanilla
Oh,
extract, and then I was
mhm.
like, there's nothing else like it. Like,
Dang
that's the way to go. That's
it.
the way to go.
See, I didn't go that route. I just ended up getting like the brand name that I normally would. He got like I feel like it was a Vaughn's brand, like
Yeah.
their signature or something
Yeah.
like that. I think is
Yeah.
what theirs is. He got that, and I just like I don't because I had vanilla in that first one that I made, and
I
I'm like,
think I think if you just stick with like any like pure
yeah,
vanilla extract that's like not an off brand that's a good, I think you're fine.
yeah,
But but she really did. I was like, oh, is there really a difference? I'm like, oh, I think
there
there
really
actually might
is.
be a difference.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, when I run out, I'll have to do that.
Yeah.
So I've done that, but that I mean, it's not the same way I feel like I used to be with like when Jason was sick, he wanted ice cream. So I got him ice cream. And it has been in the fridge. Normally, and I'm going to sound like a crazy person, I'm sure, but I really think that I have a food addiction. And if there's ice cream in the freezer, I'm not joking. I am thinking about it all the time. Like we could be sitting on the couch watching TV and I'm thinking about how I want that ice cream.
That's crazy.
I'm not like that is really how bad or like if I'm trying not to eat it, I would be like, you don't need it. You don't need it. In my head, I'm having this like serious battle with myself about this ice cream. I'm not joking. I really think I have a food addiction. But now, and I know they say like after X amount of time, like because you know how like sugar really is addictive.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have it for X amount of time, then you break that addiction type thing, right? Is what they say, like you no
Yes.
longer crave it.
Yes.
Um, and so I don't know if that's what it is, but that ice cream was in there for probably like 2 weeks. And I did not think about having it at all. Like, not interested at all. It's just sitting in there. And I'm fine with that. I did try my little ones, just like, oh, is there something that maybe I could have as an ice cream? Like, can I figure something out that I would like? Just because, especially when I'm getting ready to start my period is when I would have cravings, right? But now it's wine. Luckily, it's not bad like
No.
how it when I am thinking about how I would be with ice cream. It's not like that, but it's like I'll be like, a glass of wine sounds really good right now. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
So I want to get more into that in our next episode when I have so much to talk to you about a couple of YouTube videos that I watched. But I want to
Okay.
know, how are your boys and Jason doing on the diet as well?
Okay. So, I remember a while back I was making veggetti for myself and I had gotten chickpea noodles for the kids and you were like, they're gonna like them, blah blah blah. Barf, they're disgusting. I had them earlier this week. I had them with dinner, and they were awful, horrendous. I can't remember what brand it was that I had, but they were not good. I did, however, today buy the penne chickpea noodles, and I think they're gonna be better. They're like lighter. The ones that I had were like a reddish tint. I don't know why, but they were very hard. The texture just was not a good spaghetti texture. They didn't have a great flavor to them either. So I was just like, oh, those
Do
are
noodles
barf.
have a taste to them? Do they have a flavor to them?
Regular ones have a taste.
They do?
Hmm.
Okay, so I will warn you with the chickpea that they are going to be hard. You have to boil them a little extra. And typically what I do is I've found, so I just made some the other night, chickpea penne, chicken, Primal Kitchen Alfredo sauce, and broccoli.
I'm concerned about that Alfredo sauce. We saw some today. It looked real nasty.
Okay, you have to remember it is very different because it's not there's no dairy in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it has a little bit of a lemon taste to it.
I feel like I'd be fine with that.
But it comes out and it's kind of clumpy when it comes out.
Yeah, that's what was, Jason was like holding the jar, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't think I can do that.
Okay. But what you have to do is I did add just a little, it was so little, but I did add a little bit of milk to it.
Oh, okay.
Just to kind of break it in the
Yeah.
beginning. But you just have to let it soak. So I had to after I cooked the noodles, and then I put them back in with the sauce, with the chicken, with the steamed broccoli. I had already steamed or boiled the broccoli, right? So then I put the broccoli in, and I let it just kind of sit with the lid on it for a while and soften. Because even after boiling the noodles and putting them back in with the sauce, they still were a little hard.
Yeah.
By the time I took the lid off and I was ready to serve, it was delicious. Everything was delicious.
Okay. I will definitely keep that in mind. And I don't mind them being a little more firm. Like that kind of thing doesn't bother me. It was just like these were real firm. Like almost like break in half. Like you could still break them. It kind of seemed like. And it was just not good. Not good at all. But they are fans of the siete tortillas.
That's
so
great.
That was a good thing.
Yay.
So I was excited about that.
Did they stay together?
No, Jason was warming them, and he was warming them like they're a regular tortilla. And he was like, "Oh, I think I left it." I'm like, it literally like 8 seconds. They're very fast, So, but it was fine. Like, it's funny. Hayden or Jackson's buddy was over too, and he actually ate one. So I was like, I like siete tortillas. I don't know. I think they're good.
I do too. So, I think they're delicious.
And to be honest, I feel like I would rather heat up the tortillas and like chop them up into chips than have like the tortilla chips. I don't know. I really like the tortillas, but so they actually like them, so they'll eat those. So that's good. They're not doing great. They're not doing, like Hayden told me. So, you said, how are they doing with what I'm eating? So I'm like, kids, dinner's done tonight. Like tonight, I say this, dinner's done. And Hayden's like, I'm not hungry. I'm not eating. I'm like, you're not. I'm like, okay, well, what about Nancy? She's not eating either. And then I'm like, Jackson's not responding. I'm like, so you're not going to eat? And he just like, nah. I'm like, okay. Hayden's like, well, what'd you guys make? I'm like, well, Dad made tri-tip and asparagus and salad. And he goes, oh, that sounds good. Okay, I'm going to eat. I'm like, you didn't want something because you thought it was going to be something nasty that I made. No, that's what it was. But then he tells me, my stomach kind of hurts. had some, I'm not going to lie, I had some Chef Boyardee little raviolis. I'm
What?
like,
What? Where did he
yeah,
get those?
no, they had a haircut today. So Jason and I are out grocery shopping. They had a haircut and they stopped at Food Max on the way home.
Oh my
I'm like,
goodness. Oh my
and no
goodness.
wonder your stomach hurts. I'm like, and I keep trying to tell him because he has stomach issues. And I'm like, if you would eat better, your stomach wouldn't bother you. Like, you need to
Yeah.
get this junk out of your body. But he does stuff like that. You know,
Oh my
he didn't
gosh.
use his parlay. I know a while back we talked about, like, was he going to get a parlay to get McDonald's? He didn't. He actually didn't eat McDonald's that day. But I think it was just his stomach hurt
Oh my
because
gosh.
he has stomach issues. And I'm like, you he wants to live off of cup of noodles and Taco Bell. I'm pretty certain that that's how he would like to live. Well, I've
Barf,
gotten rid of,
barf, but he's young. And so right now he can.
yeah, except he still has stomach issues.
Yeah.
You know, like, it still bothers him. I'm like, and Jason was so proud of, he's doing a weight loss challenge, I told you, for work. They have to weigh in every Friday. He was excited because he lost some pounds. Lucky son of a gun guy. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to tell him, like, just do, like, actually, even when you're not home, do what I'm doing, you know, you'll lose weight. He would lose weight so fast. Guys are so lucky like that. He would just drop it. But no, he's not. And he was excited because he lost some weight. I'm like, oh, you're one salad. It was two. I had two salads. Oh, well, you had two salads and probably salad and beer, probably. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
It's
But it
like,
could have been beer and a hamburger, I guess.
I
So
guess that's true. Yeah. But he also, like, it's, and I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on this. He's probably eating just like an iceberg lettuce salad that's got nothing for you, you know? And
sure.
probably drenched
Probably.
it in ranch, whatever.
Oh
Got
yeah.
some new salad dressings today that are somewhat decent. Hayden was disgusted by it, but they're somewhat decent. The Chosen brand, have
Okay.
you had those?
No,
Um,
no.
there's a at your event last year. Um, it was at Clovis Fest because you guys do the Made in Clovis. There was this kid and they make ranch and they make it like a healthy version. It's actually very good and I freaking want some of
Hmm.
it, but I don't know how to get it because I don't think it's sold in stores yet. I don't know. They were
You
like
should ask
testing it
someone.
out.
You should ask someone who does that event.
Who does that
They
event
can
that might be able to hook
find
me up
out.
with the info, huh? I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I know. Luckily I have a friend that could hook me up with that info. But yeah, I'm like, Jason was like, I'm like, I don't think that was, he like keeps thinking he's finding their stuff in the stores and I'm like, no, I don't think that that's them.
That's
It would
so
be
funny.
great, but yeah, I do want them. I want that ranch because it's good. It's actually good,
That's so
I
funny.
think.
Well, it sounds like the boys have made progress. I mean, cooking, adding some
Yeah.
things in, that's better than nothing. It's better
Yeah.
than continuing on the path that they were on.
Yes.
I know. And you know what? It's funny because it totally happens as you get older and as we're getting older, it's up to a different scale. But even Tristan this year, one of her, I think we read off like the 2025 goals, and one of them was like to be healthier. And it's like
That's so
you
good.
start to think about those things, like
I mean, she's not even old, you know, like
no, but it's
yeah,
like
she's still young.
but
That's
being like
good.
19, she's now thinking like, "Oh, I really should be paying attention a little bit more than I
That's
have been,"
good.
you know?
I wasn't like that at 19. I wish I was, but I wasn't.
Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you. So have you had your family over yet on your new diet?
No, I have not. I don't know. I don't know that I would know how to entertain like that.
Oh, you
You know what
can.
I mean?
You can.
You're
Totally.
good at that kind of thing. But I would probably have to ask you, hey, what should I do? Because yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah,
we did so the night that Hayden made dinner, Hayden actually did it him. It was just him. Like Nancy was at work and everything.
cute.
Like it was just him. I was like, hey, I'm like, I don't know what I had going on, but I was like, I'm not gonna be home to make it. Can you make it? I think I had to run some errands or something. So he did. And then when I got home, my brother was there. He was in the neighborhood, so he came over with his boys. And so we were eating dinner, and I'm asking, my brother didn't want any of it, but asked the boys, and Bubba was a little funny with it. Like he didn't really want to eat. There was like something in it that he like ate basically around it. And then, but John ate the heck out of it. He like had seconds of it. He was good. Like
I
he
feel
loved
like
it.
those boys might eat anything that is put in front of
John,
them.
John would eat absolutely anything. Like
That's awesome.
I think he does not care. Bubba is Bubba's different. Like
He's also getting a
he,
little bit older too.
yeah, that's true. He's like he wants real basic stuff too. Like he wants a piece of bread for dinner or something like that. Like he doesn't want the tri-tip that you made. He wants a piece of bread.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that like he's kind of more he's like a little bird eater, like he's one of those where John will take some food
He's
down.
gonna mow. He's gonna mow. It's funny
Yeah.
when we were at the doctor's with Danny. Tony's like waiting for her to hit 40 pounds so he can change her car seat,
Oh my
and
gosh.
she just can't get there. I mean, she's
Yeah.
been the same weight like for the last 2 years, right? She just cannot get there, and so she gained like 2 pounds. And well, no,
Ooh.
it was like almost 2 pounds. And
She probably
and
grew a little bit, huh? Like
and
got a little taller.
yeah, and he goes, Danny, good job. He goes, you gained almost 2 pounds. And she goes, oh. And he goes, that's a good thing, Danny. That's a good thing. We want you to gain weight. And I go, yeah, because he wants you to have a car seat like Georgia. And she's like, oh, okay, okay. And so I go, you keep eating so you can gain weight. Keep eating.
Yeah, that's
And
so funny.
she's,
She's like, it's so funny because your girls see you like go and work out and that kind of thing. Like it's hilarious. I don't think we've ever really talked about it on here, but they like to go into the garage and work out with you.
they
Like
do.
they want to do sit-ups, they want to do push-ups, like they want to go out and do those things. And I love that because I just wish that I grew up that way.
I do
Like I
too.
wish that I
Yeah.
grew up doing those things so that it was just a part of what I do, like
Yeah.
eating better, that kind like we didn't eat horribly growing up. My mom always cooked. We were poor, so she always cooked. It wasn't like it was very rare that we would go like get fast food or something like that. Most of the time it was my mom cooking. And it wasn't like she was cooking awful stuff. Like it was fine, but that wasn't ever those types of things weren't ever a conversation like anything that we talked about.
Yeah.
And I was the youngest girl, so I wasn't in the kitchen. Like my mom, there were six of us kids. She was just trying to get dinner done and out on the table, like she didn't have time to really like teach me, it was like just get this stuff done much faster to do it by yourself. Or my older sisters, they're bigger, they knew what to do, that kind of thing. So I never did any of that. And it's like I think not having your kids in the kitchen, not having your kids do things, like I think you're so good about that. Like if the girls want to help you in the kitchen, you're so good with it. And I just think like it's like it's a disservice to not have your kids doing those things. You know
It
what I
is.
mean? Like
It is.
they need to have those life skills. And unfortunately, I'm not great at teaching my kids those because it's not it's not a skill that I have, so
I
they've got to get
wish
it from their dad.
I wish that I had implemented it more with Tristan. I did a little bit, but not too much. I think I was so afraid with Tristan. Like, I think I was so, like, I wanted to keep her a kid for as long as I could
Yeah,
because I grew up, like, my biggest thing was I grew up too fast. I don't want her to grow up fast. And
right.
so I was like, it's okay. You're a kid. You don't have to do that. It's okay. You're a kid. You don't have to do that. She still had to do, like, she did her laundry
Yeah,
very early. She had chores, she had things, but I didn't really throw her into the kitchen much. It was few and far between, and she can get by, thank goodness.
yeah,
But I wish I had made it more of a thing like I do with the little ones, just because I feel like she would have benefited it more in later in life. And she's
yeah,
learning. The good thing is she has enough of it between, I think, her dad and I,
yeah.
and she's learning a lot from her roommates now, that she's kind of like she's figuring it out, she's
That's
figuring it
good.
out. Yeah.
That
But
like that's another cool thing about like her experiencing what she's experiencing at college, not being at home, being there with other people, and they do have to take care of themselves in that
yeah,
way. And
yeah,
so I think that's cool.
yeah.
My kids won't have that.
This reminded me though, when you were saying about, we didn't grow up that way. You didn't grow up that way with, understanding those habits, being in the kitchen, seeing your mom, work out and being a part of all that kind of stuff. I just, last funny story was, I was talking to one of the moms at the new school, and we're talking and stuff. And, um, some of the moms are just, they're a little too much. It's a little too much. A lot of it has to do with the fact that they just coddle their kids. They just are,
Yeah.
maybe this is their first batch of kids. This is their first one or their first two. And so they just don't know how to maneuver. And I think me coming in as the old biddy is like, fucking been there and done that shit. Okay. I don't fucking need a
Yeah.
trip. I ain't tripping on none of that. Okay. I got
Yeah.
bigger fish to fry. That is not even a concern. And so we were talking, and she was saying, she's like, no, I get it. One of the moms is just kind of concerned because they were going on this field trip. She wasn't a mom that was going on the bus with her kids class. And she's like, there's like a lot of kids, and they're going to this, aquarium and all this stuff. And I said, yeah, see, I just don't, that doesn't like concern me. Like, don't have to be right where the bus is going to land. Like, I just don't.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
And I feel like they're going to be just fine. And she goes,
Yeah.
but she goes, I get it. Like, I would want to be like, maybe meet the bus too. And I go, this is where I feel like, maybe because I was not nurtured that way as a child.
You don't feel the need
No.
to.
And she said,
Yeah.
she goes, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I was pretty coddled as a child. So maybe that's why I go, and to each his own. I just feel like, look, I was very like, you go figure it out. You'll be
Yeah.
fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Go walk through the fields and pick up your brothers from school
Right.
in
Right.
elementary school, and
Yeah.
see you at 6 when I get home from work. I mean, really, like, it was a completely different like mindset than what it is now. And it's like, these parents are like, I gotta be, with my kid. And if my kid, and are they going to have a snack? And are they going to have this? And are they going to have, and it's like, your kids are going to be fucking fine. Let's think about this. Everyone's got a fucking Yeti at school now with their name engraved on it. Okay. Our kids didn't, I didn't fucking drink. My mom didn't
No,
pack
you
me
drank
a
out of the
bottled
drinking
water.
fountain. You drank out of the drinking fountain, and it was
Yes.
1, 2, 3 water hog, and that's the amount of water you had for the day. And it
And
was
you
after
go
you
on.
went and ran for PE, and
Yes.
you drank milk during lunch. Like,
Yes.
yeah, we definitely were not as hydrated as these kids nowadays.
They're very hydrated, very snacked. They're like,
They're well taken care of.
they are. And so it's just so funny. I'm just so like, man, I am, but also the old parent. And I say that not just in like age, I mean, like, because I have
You
Tristan,
have
that it's
Tristan.
like, I'm not tripping on shit with
Yeah.
these littles, but it just made me think about that, because you're thinking about like as you grew up and how you grew up and how your mom did. And our moms were literally just like, look, I got to get home, get
Yeah.
dinner on the table, feed you guys, shower, bathe, whatever, get your homework done, get in bed, and we got to start this shit all over again tomorrow, right? Like, it wasn't like, oh, sure, you want to stir the pasta and empty the, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I don't have time for any of that. There's like
Right.
too many kids and not enough help. So
Yeah.
it's just kind
Yeah.
of funny to
Exactly.
think about.
That is funny. And I never thought about it that way, about these kids coming up now, right? Because you think, gosh, some of these kids just, why is it that there's this need of participation trophies and things like that? And it's obviously people who were around our generation or just below, they were too coddled. I don't feel like I was too
Yes.
coddled. Like, I mean, like, when
You were
growing
more
up, it was like
nurtured than me, but
more nurtured.
not.
Yes. Yeah. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. I was very lucky in that. But I also had 5 siblings in the house. And so it wasn't like, my mom didn't go to PTA meetings. My mom was obviously taking care of us. My mom was making the dinner. I wasn't having to make the dinner. My mom was picking the kids up from school, or like in reality, we were either taking a bus or we were riding bikes, to and from school. It wasn't normally like my mom's coming and driving to pick us up. My baby brother, like in preschool, that kind of thing. Yes. But once you get out of that age, it's like, no, you're kind of on your own. But it was like, we got home, we did our homework, we went out and played. Street lights start coming on and you go back inside, like, I mean, you have dinner obviously before then, but you go back out and play. It wasn't a lot of like, oh, are you gonna this, are you gonna that, it's like, yeah, we were running the neighborhood and drinking out of freaking hoses, and we weren't carrying around these Yetis. Nobody was making sure we had some granola or anything like that on our snack pack,
Yeah.
none of that kind of stuff. But obviously there is a group where they were like that. And it is funny because, yeah, I never thought about they're now raising their children in the way they feel like they needed.
Yeah.
Like that's what they had. They need to give them that kind of
Yeah.
thing. Scary thing is typically you want to give your kids more. And if you were very coddled and you are coddling them, you're going to go like a whole nother level, right? Because you're always trying to be a little bit more.
Yeah. More.
So yeah, they're
Yeah.
going to be even more coddled. So
Well, and I want to
watch
talk
out.
about that. I want to talk about that on our next episode, about being a little bit more as a parent, because I
Perfect.
just cannot. I cannot with the being anymore. I'm done. I want to be. I want to be less. Let's just put it that way. That's going to be
I want you to be less.
I want to be less.
I don't think it's going to happen for you, but I want you to be less. I know. I'm so less right now. It's amazing. Like, not having to be like a part of the PTC anymore. And with band, like I do things when I can, and I do volunteer. Really the volunteer stuff that I do is to raise money so I don't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But they have their meetings on Thursdays, and I have rooted on Thursdays. So I don't go to those meetings. So I'm like not like real tied in. It's kind of nice.
Yeah,
Kind
I
of
like
really
it.
nice.
I like
Yeah.
it.
So I want you to be less too. But you've got a while. You've got littles. Mine are in high school, so it's different.
I know.
So yeah.
Want. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Hey, we survived another day. I made
Yes,
it
you're
through the
alive,
day.
Bill. You're
I'm
awake.
alive. It's great. It's past 7 o'clock.
I know. Now It's way past 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's past
So
8 o'clock.
thanks, guys. Thanks for swapping with us. Thanks for
Thanks.
surviving.